whilst we were in the reception area of the shooting range. You would have had the desk was here, then you can see through all the people doing the air rifle, bow and arrows, axe throwing and all that lot. Then you had like all the guns which you could buy on here, like air rifle guns, other bits and bobs, that kind of thing. You come through the doors, and then here was a live fire 2.2 caliber shooting range. It's quite a long one. Done bolt action rifle and semi-automatic rifle in here. Don't know if you can find any. Oh, here. See if I can lift this up. See if I'll zoom in. Focus. You see if it won't focus. But yeah, there's plenty of air rifle rounds left in here. All spent. But inside this room, there is a tragic story inside here. A guy come in, hired out to go on the live shooting, and then he turned the gun onto one of the workers here and threatened to shoot him and everybody else in this building if he wasn't allowed out with the gun. And then he obviously got let out because there was children in this part at the time, and there was other people, like members of the public, in here. And then he left the building. The police were called literally straight away, but he went off and murdered some people with that gun. Very sad story. But in here, it's all caged off for axe throwing, knife throwing, and that kind of thing. Because when you throw the axes, sometimes they bounce back. So you got to have the cages around, just in case anyone else is walking around. There's another like target thing here. If you go on YouTube, there's a guy called Joe Charman, I think his name is. He is the skills guy. He come here as well, and there's some videos of him throwing the axes and doing a bow and arrows in this place, and he's hitting the bullseye every time. He's a talented bloke. But yeah, if you have a look through there on YouTube, you'll be able to find the videos of when this place was actually running. I mean, if you come through this right here, I mean, I'll come here quite a few times before. I used to quite enjoy coming here. It's a little bit dark. I'll have to get my torch out in a second. But yeah, come through here, and all this was a inflatable arena for Nerf wars for children. I'm going to get my big torch out quickly. Hopefully I don't get spotted, because there is security here on site. So I've just got to be careful. But back in a second, I'm just going to get my torch out. Right, I've got my torch out now, but I'm refrain from using it for a second because it is very bright. And if security's walking around on the outside, he's going to spot me in here. But if I give it a few seconds, it might focus in on the light. So it's a pretty good camera, this, for dark light. Then you had like party rooms in here. When the kids had like birthday parties. This place was amazing. There was like massive inflatable slides, bouncy castles, and everything like that. And it used to be mayhem, getting hit by Nerf bullets. And there was like a little tuck shop. But through here, I mean, this bit here was locked. You had to come through a different way. You used to have to come round. Actually, I'll show you. It'll be a bit easier to explain. there used to be... Cool. Scared the hell out of me then. So Lewis. In here used to be a Airsoft facility. Oh, they put loads of stuff in there. I'll come on the other side. But in there was an Airsoft, and it was originally the first Nerf Wars arena in there. And then they moved it out to here and then put the Airsoft inside this part. You see all the bullet markings. All this used to be like, there used to be lots of stud walls in here, and used to be like a little maze. Used to have the guns hanging up in here, and then in there, like one team would go in this part as their safe base, another team would go in this part as their safe base. Then this was the reception for the Airsoft. And then this was the waiting area. There used to be a scare attraction here one Halloween. And I actually took part in that. Whereabouts I was just jumping out on people, scaring the life out of them. It's all good fun. If you did ever attend that, if you're watching one of these videos, if you've been here before, please leave a comment below. Let us know what your experience was like. And if you actually went to the horror maze while I was here, in Halloween time, leave a comment. Let us know what you thought, because that was actually good fun. Can I get in here? Yeah, all this was part of the horror maze as well. There you go, fake blood. And there was like a maze in this bit here as well with stud walling. It doesn't actually look that big, but when it was done, it was actually pretty big. And the horror maze come through this part as well. Obviously this was part of the BB arena as well, as BB's absolutely everywhere. That's another way into the Nerf Wars arena. On here used to be a vibrating plate, but that's all gone now. That's a shame. Besides, there's equipment in here. This was like the power room for some of the building. You've got the main boiler room underneath the main office blocks. And then this was like some of the power for the rest of the building. Just going through the other boiler room. This is the second boiler room to the Ashdown house. Size of these batteries here. You know, some of the workers here have actually said it was haunted when it was in use. They didn't like being in here on their own. Let's see if I can open up this door. No, look, I don't know what I've closed that one for. I'm going to have to walk all the way around. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that, back in a second. Right, that's the door I was trying to get through. But for some reason it's been locked up. But this was another part of the horror maze and the Airsoft. There's a tunnel there which used to go off into the other rooms. There also used to be a place called USA Takeaway or something like that. Used to do American burgers, American style food. Used to be in here. This used to be the kitchen for it. That was operating during the lockdown sort of time, before all this closed up. This was a kitchen. There you go. Yeah, they used to operate during lockdown. USA Takeaway, I think it was called. Used to do burgers and stuff. And in here used to actually be a pole dancing thing. In there, used to do pole dancing practice. Oh yeah, CrossFit 1066 used to be in here as well. So a lot was actually in here. There was actually a lot in this building. You can actually get up to the roof up there. There's some more over that way. I'm going to go through here. And that just goes out to that room, whereas I couldn't open up the door. But I've no idea what's actually in this room here. Didn't actually venture into this part when it was operating. There used to be the safe, I think it was in here. It was the safe where that's all the live guns used to be. The 22 kilogram, 22 rifles used to be. I think it was in this one. Pretty sure it was in here. This is the metal box. I nearly fell down that. But all the guns used to be locked up in that. I don't know what's actually down there. I think you've got to be so careful of the flooring in this building. It's all hollow flooring. Big drops. There's so many dead pigeons around as well. Yeah, I know there's still an exercise bike in here. Boxing gloves. See the exercise bike? All the guns, by the way, were actually handed in to the police, I do believe. I'm pretty sure that was handed in to the police when this place closed down, so they weren't able to get into the wrong hands. But yeah, this basically is the 1066 target sports area. I'm going to try and get into the main part of Ashdown House, but I'm going to leave that into a separate video. So I'm back into the actual shooting range now. I will show you something though, very quickly before I go. Used to stand here for the bow and arrows, and somehow my arrow actually ended up in there. See the holes? One of those holes was mine. God knows how I managed that. I wasn't actually aiming for it. But yeah. Yeah guys, that's the 1066 target sports area. I'm going to try and get into the main part of Ashdown House as well, but I'm going to leave it on another video. So if you've been here before, don't forget to leave a comment of your experience here when you came, what you've done, and also don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't done. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again soon.